May profits be upon you. I hope you had a great weekend. Let's get right into it. We're going to take a look at Euro USD as per my usual. All right. What do we see? We're looking at the 4 hour, right? We already, just look at my prior videos on Euro USD, especially the one I put out for this weekend when I broke down the larger time frames, the weekly, the daily, and now we're going to take a look at this 4 hour, right? We see we have this break of structure here. All right, this is an internal break of structure to the downside, but you can see that the bearish momentum is there. There's a lot of momentum to the downside, and we came into the extreme of this weekly and daily zone of demand. Came in here, and you see price had a little problem getting a little further. All right, that's cool. We got a swing structure here, right? We got swing structure on the 4 hour. That was broken here. All right, this is a show enough sign that price intends to go lower. All right, but after a break of structure, you expect a return to impulse, right? Some kind of pullback. And that's exactly what is happening here. We made higher highs and higher lows here. As you can see, 1, 2, 1, 2, a 1, 2. All right. And we have mitigated a 4 hour zone. I didn't think this was a particularly strong zone, but it was enough, apparently, to push price back, making an internal zone, break of structure to the downside. And these are the kind of signs that you look for to say, is this pullback over? All right, this is a rather large impulse to the downside. You expect some kind of pullback, but we want to know, is the pullback over? All right. Like I demonstrated in the previous video that I put out for the weekly forecast. Let me get to it. The Fibonacci thing. All right, we can see we are, when price pulled back, we came past the 50% of this trading range. All right, this is premium prices. This is where you want to look for shorts. If you took this short from here, hey man, you should be laughing all the way to the bank. All right, I would have been happy to take one here. And I actually, we did take shorts here, but that's besides the point. The point is, it's created a zone, a 4 hour zone there. Let me get rid of this. It's created a 4 hour zone. All right, that price responded to. Right, came back down, breaking the internal market structure. Right, and we found ourselves bouncing at this zone of demand. Now, in my last video, I also pointed out, I said I would like to see this demand taken out before I start taking sells. It did not do that. It went to the middle. Now look, remember I told you this is the extreme of a 4 hour zone. All right, the extreme of it, this wick demand here. All right, I'm expecting some kind of reaction here. All right, because that's where the magic happens, in the nitty gritty of these zones, of these demand, supply and demand zones. All right, we come to the midpoint, you got to expect something to go on there, right? And price found momentum to the upside here. Now, this is something to remark, to make a mark of. All right, we have a weak low. All right, and inherently, all lows in a downtrend, in a bearish market, can be considered weak and will be attacked for liquidity until the trend ends. All right, we see we're looking for evidence that this either the pullback is over, or that we're going to continue bearishly. When price broke this low here, this was evidence that price intends to go lower. All right, that there's a possibility that this pullback may be over. When you see that internal break of structure to the downside, let me mark that. All right, I'm going to mark it right here, and we're going to change that color to we'll change it here. All right, so let's go to the 15. Let's get to business. All right, the current price action. Now, price has found its way into this large zone of supply, and we're going to switch from 4-hour to 15-minute, the mapping for 15-minute. All right, see how price pushed up there and came down. This is a rather large trading range, right? And there was a lot of momentum. The 15-minute is overextended, so you expect some kind of pullback. And guess what? We got that. We have a change of character down here. When price changed character here, this was the first point after making this low. Price pulled up. We see that we have some candles that are not part of this down move. That's where you mark. Once it makes a low, you mark that high. All right. And once we break it, you're waiting. You're waiting here. You're looking in this leg of structure for a bullish area to take. And you would have to have looked hard, because this is where I would have marked it, and this is where I would have took the best place to take a long. But you had to mark that, man, and either you did or you didn't. But some people would consider this an aggressive entry, and I would have considered it an aggressive entry. But according to the model, it worked out just right. So if you stick to your entry models and practice a good repetition, all right, you want to just make sure that you are getting in your trades the exact same way every time. All right, because this entry model has proven itself through back testing and forward testing, right? So as price breaks structure to the upside, you wait for the return to impulse. Price did return to impulse. If you would have got in here at during London, you would have been laughing all the way to the bank. You would have been doing karate on your way to the bank, right? Price has a demand zone flip here. All right, this was the reaction, and then the break of structure. All right, so you say, hey, this is going to be legit. Maybe I'm going to look here to see if price is going to give me an entry. All right, no, all right, it didn't happen. It didn't set up. All right, so you should not have taken shorts here at all. Even though you saw the flip, you shouldn't be taking those shorts here. You got to wait. You got to wait until this zone is taken out before you start thinking of taking a long here, before you start taking a long on the flip. But as far as shorts are concerned, this was not a good place to take shorts unless you see your entry model. That would require a 15-minute break of structure like we had here. All right, a change of character here. That didn't happen. So price breaks through. Now I already marked my zone, my demand zone. All right, that is responsible for this flip, this supply zone to demand zone flip. All right, I'm already marked it. In case price comes back down, I can take it. All right. Now, price goes all the way up to the 15-minute, mitigates this zone. Great. All right, we push down. This is what I was looking for. I'm looking for this. All right, I'm looking for this on the lower time frame. I'm looking for the possibility that we may get, these are one of the things that runs through my mind. We may get a return to impulse here, boom, boom, a weak attempt to make a new high. All right, we see that we have the sweep of liquidity. We see that we have a higher mitigation into this zone. All right, this would be a lovely place to take a short from, and I would take that short. But I need to get authorization that I can look for a short. What authorizes me? A break here. Boom. We get a break there. I'm looking for that return to impulse up here, and as soon as price breaks down here, I'm looking on the I'm marking my zone of demand, and I'm also, because this is supply. I mean, this is demand here, right? Excuse me. I'm looking for. I'm getting it all mixed up because I got too many lines. Let's get rid of this. All right. I'm looking here. All right, because this is demand that is responsible for making that new high. We got to close above. All right. If we break this, that means for me that this pullback is over. Okay, that's a sign that the pullback is over, a sign All right, it doesn't necessarily mean it's over, but I'm looking for price action. I'm reading price action, and price action gives. I'm looking for price action to tell me that this, give me an indication that this pullback could be over. That's the pullback over sign. Okay, all right. So if we break below this, we get a break and close below it. All right, that'll be a very strong indication. If we get price to wick down here, I'm going to look for a confirmation entry on the lower time frames for a short. But if we get a break and close below this and then a pullback, I'm looking for the return to impulse. I'm taking this a risk entry here, a tap and go. All right, I'm looking for that, and I'll put my stop loss above the order block in which I enter in. All right, that's what I'm looking for. That's the situation. That's the situation. What's the situation? That's the situation. Okay. Now, in the case that this thing does not break that, what do we do? All right. We already have a break to the upside. Do you want to be taking longs into this 15-minute zone? This is unmitigated up there. All right. Above the 50%. This is unmitigated. Price could come up here because we can get that three pushes before the drop. All right, and that scenario can play out. So if you don't get your indication here, that price wants to go lower, then you don't take a short when it comes back up here. You wait, you look for confirmations. That's all. You look for confirmations. All right, I'm looking for shorts because of the overall higher time frame. All right, the high time frame daily, weekly is bearish. Okay, I'm looking for shorts. All right, I'm not looking for longs. All right, and we got a very large zone here to deal with. Price could go in there deeper. I'm not looking for longs. You can look for longs and take aggressive scalps if you'd like, because there's always opportunities to take scalps. All right, but I'm looking for a nice clean setup. And we are coming towards the mitigation of the middle of this 15-minute zone. So I am looking. All right. I already gave you what I'm looking for. All right. I don't have a bullish scenario that I would recommend. The only recommendation is if price comes up here to break and close above this 15-minute zone. All right. If price comes up there to break that 15-minute zone, then we have a legitimate zone to take a trade from if if it returns to impulse. But that we're going to have to wait on that one. I'm not taking buys into this zone. I'm just not gonna do it. I'm looking for sells from this zone. So we need to break this, and I'll wait for the return to impulse, and I'll shoot it on down. All right. I hope you got something out of this video. Check out the playlist. Check out the playlist for this week. All right, this week coming. All right, I have it all on one playlist. All right, just press the knock out the first one with the Forex futures outlook and let it run. You know what I'm saying? Let it run. Also, I put out a video about AUD USD. That is for this week, but it's a long video, 2 parts, and it's explaining. I'm breaking. What do you call it? I'm marking up and explaining what my markups are. I'm putting these demand zones and supply zones and stuff, and I'm marking up, and I'm letting you know why I'm looking for this, or what happens when this happens, or change of character, break of structure, internal breaks of structure, and all that stuff. I'm breaking it down as I'm marking it up, so you can get in my head. All right, so you can see how I'm doing it, and maybe you can benefit from that. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.